The Philippine Navy is now at the center of a significant modernization step following the recent completion of the Joint Visual Inspection, JVI, in Japan, where 6 retired but still capable warships of the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force, JMSDF, are being prepared for transfer. This development marks a milestone in regional defense cooperation and highlights the growing partnership between Manila and Tokyo in the face of increasing maritime challenges in the West Philippine Sea and the broader Indo-Pacific region. The joint visual inspection process ensures that the ships are evaluated carefully by Philippine Navy technical experts, engineers, and naval officers, working hand in hand with their Japanese counterparts. This procedure checks the operational condition, safety, and technical readiness of the vessels before their official handover. For the Philippines, the significance of this inspection is not just about receiving ships, but about gaining valuable insights into Japanese naval standards, maintenance practices, and maritime logistics. These lessons will later be integrated into the Philippine Navy's doctrine and day-to-day operations. The 6 warships, primarily offshore patrol vessels and multi-role support ships, are expected to fill critical capability gaps in the Philippine Navy. Currently, the fleet is heavily reliant on aging assets, many of which date back to the mid-20th century. The transfer from Japan provides Manila with newer hulls that, while retired by Japanese standards, are still in better condition than many existing Philippine vessels. These ships are designed for coastal and offshore patrol, anti-piracy operations, humanitarian assistance, and search and rescue missions, making them flexible platforms suited to the archipelagic defense environment of the Philippines. This transfer also reflects the deepening defense ties between the Philippines and Japan. Over the past decade, Tokyo has shifted toward a more proactive security role in Asia, recognizing that its own national security is tied to regional stability. For Manila, the deal comes at a time when tensions in the South China Sea continue to rise, with Beijing asserting aggressive claims over Philippine-claimed waters. Japan's support through warship transfers, training exchanges, and defense technology cooperation demonstrates a commitment to help the Philippines strengthen its maritime deterrence. Strategically, the arrival of these 6 ships will improve the Navy's ability to conduct sustained patrols in the West Philippine Sea. The vessels are expected to be equipped with navigation radars, communication suites, and modest weapon systems that will allow them to operate in contested waters. While not heavily armed compared to frontline combatants, their mere presence is a force multiplier, projecting sovereignty, conducting surveillance, and deterring illegal activities such as poaching, piracy, and unauthorized incursions. Beyond defense, these ships have immense value in humanitarian assistance and disaster response, HADR. The Philippines is highly vulnerable to typhoons, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions, and naval assets play a crucial role in delivering aid to remote coastal communities. The Japanese ships, with their larger capacity and endurance compared to smaller domestic patrol craft, will be indispensable in relief operations. Their modular designs also allow them to carry cargo, troops, and medical supplies, further increasing their versatility. The Philippine Navy leadership has emphasized that the transfer is not just about hardware, but also about building long-term self-reliance. Alongside the ships, Japan is providing training packages, technical manuals, and logistical support that will help Filipino sailors adapt to operating and maintaining the new vessels. This knowledge transfer is essential because sustainability is often a challenge for developing navies. Without proper training and logistics, ships can quickly deteriorate, turning into liabilities instead of assets. Financially, the warship acquisition is highly favorable for the Philippines. Instead of investing billions of pesos into brand new ships, the transfer is conducted under a grant and assistance framework, significantly reducing costs. The Japanese government has made clear that it sees this as a security investment in regional stability rather than a commercial sale. For Manila, this means more resources can be allocated toward other modernization programs, such as missile acquisition, radar systems, and air defense. The timing of the transfer also intersects with other modernization projects under Horizon Tatlong of the revised AFP modernization program. The Philippine Navy is simultaneously expecting the delivery of new corvettes from South Korea, offshore patrol vessels from France, and fast attack interdiction crafts from Israel. The Japanese warships, while not cutting edge, complement these acquisitions by providing the numbers needed to cover more operational areas. In short, they bridge the gap between existing limited assets and the high-end platforms that are still years away from full deployment. Geopolitically, this move sends a strong message to China. The Philippines, once seen as hesitant in asserting its maritime claims, is now visibly aligning itself with democratic allies such as Japan, the United States, and Australia. These partnerships not only improve military hardware but also enhance joint training, interoperability, and intelligence sharing. The joint inspection in Japan is symbolic of this cooperative spirit, where both nations work side by side to strengthen regional security architecture. However, challenges remain. Operating second-hand ships often comes with risks of higher maintenance costs in the long run. Spare parts availability, integration with existing fleet systems, and sustaining trained personnel are concerns that the Navy must address. Additionally, the Philippine government will need to allocate sufficient funds for mid-life upgrades and refurbishments if the ships are to remain useful for another decade or more. Critics argue that while the ships are welcome, Manila must not lose sight of acquiring brand new, more capable warships to truly modernize its fleet. In conclusion, the upcoming transfer of 6 Japanese warships to the Philippine Navy is both a symbolic and practical advancement in the nation's maritime defense. It boosts operational capacity, strengthens regional partnerships, and contributes to a more credible defense posture in the West Philippine Sea. While not game-changing in terms of high-end warfare, the ships will provide the numbers, endurance, and versatility that the Philippine Navy sorely needs. More importantly, they mark another step in the Philippines' broader journey toward a modern, professional, and self-reliant naval force ready to meet the security challenges of the 21st century.